Okay, we are back. I'm very happy to have on the Goldstein on Gelt show best-selling author Tina Sacchi, who wrote the book My Spirit is Not Religious, A Guide to Living Your Authentic Life. Now, Tina, before we go into the financial side of the questions I have for you, just tell me, what's the premise of your book? I thought that spirituality is religion.
Well, the premise of the book is about you can be religious and spiritual at the same time. However, in today's society, there's an acronym, SBNR. Have you heard of SBNR?
No, that's news to me, new to me.
Okay, great. Well, let me explain. SBNR is spiritual but not religious. It's not really opposing religion, but some people don't feel to have religion dictate their life. As a matter of fact, there was a Gallup poll, May 29th of this year, 2013. Over three-quarters of Americans, 77% say religion is losing its influence on American life. And we all know Oprah, right? So she calls her viewers super solars, and she connects with them from her own network, OWN, her own network, specifically through her Super Soul Sunday TV show. So SBNR is Oprah's way of life, and it's a growing lifestyle to many. And Oprah's the most prominent voice for this spiritual progression. And also I want to let you know that according to the Huffington Post, 1 in 5 adults have no religion, and this lifestyle is on a rise. People are moving toward the SBNR trend, which just constitute at least 20% of the population, and 30% are under 30 years of age. So it's really not about, saying religion is bad. It's really about for some people that certain types of religion are very antiquated or very constrictive or restrictive, and they just feel that it should be a lighter lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now let's focus some of the work that you do, which is helping people to understand their spirituality, and I want to connect it to something that I do. My day job is that I'm a financial advisor. I work with people doing financial planning and investing, and I deal with the very kind of nuts and bolts end of life. And one of the things that I found, I wouldn't say with all of my clients, but with many of them, and I think that to a fault, they often see money or the acquisition of wealth as almost a spiritual goal in and of itself. Have you ever seen this kind of problem?
Absolutely, Doug. So I have a master's in finance, and I worked in corporate America for over 20 years. And I saw that so many times working in that environment. I went up the ranks in corporate America from clerical position to senior vice president, two down from the chairman of Citibank. And as I climbed up the ladder, I was able to, have the experience of many different people. So my view on it is to look at the 4-body system. 4. So you have the physical body, you have the mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body. And I say that it's like the tires on a car, right? Each tire represents a different body. So if you have one of those bodies deflated or overinflated, what will happen to your car?
Mm-hmm.
It will not run properly.
Or swerve off course, right?
Exactly. So if we put too much if we inflate the spiritual body too much, or the physical body, which represents the money or the Gelt, right? Then everything else becomes, imbalanced. So I am very much a wonderful holistic and spiritual guide, guiding people to look at the 4 bodies, because when it's about money, if it's totally about money, we're off balance. And maybe there are some emotional components regarding, well, if I acquire a lot of money, then I will be powerful. But you know that when you acquire a lot of money, everything else is, you're not successful, correct?
Right, and often you just want to get more.
Exactly.
You're just not happy, right? That's what we see a lot. We are talking with Tina Sacchi, who's the best-selling author of My Spirit is Not Religious. She's explained to us a little bit about why spirituality and religion are not really the same thing. And Tina, you were starting to talk about how people sometimes suffer from dis-ease, which is the core of the word disease, in terms of how they relate to their money and their emotions. But really, how do people find balance?
The way they find balance is if they really need to take a look at themselves. And so what I do is I help them. Most people have the emotional aspect that's out of whack, or they just need some guidance or some help there. And what we do is we go to the root of that emotional imbalance. And the root is always in the subconscious mind. It's the right side of your mind. It's the part where it's like a database of your mind. It's where all your memories, experiences, records are stored from different experiences. And so when a pattern keeps repeating itself in somebody's life, which may be a block or an obstacle on their path, that's what I look at. What patterns, what imprints, what impressions keep repeating that prevent them to really live the most wonderful life? So we go to the root, and I use alternative healing techniques to do that. And we get to the root, we weed it out, and then we create space. And in that space,
so if someone finds this kind of balance, I mean, realistically, a lot of times people, there's stress, right? You come home and your spouse and you argue about the money, and the kids need more, and you feel the pressure because you've got a lot of debt, and things aren't going well, right? Or you have a stock portfolio and it just dropped a lot, and you end up often making bad decisions. Well, at least I see people making bad decisions from my perspective as a financial advisor. But you make bad decisions because some people would say you just don't know what you're doing, but I'm hearing from you that maybe it's because there's something more deep down that's causing you to make these bad decisions. Is that where you're going with this?
That's correct. And there's a great tool that I use that helps me balance, and that is meditation. And there are other ways to really balance yourself. Being out in nature for most people. I love being out in nature. I mean, find the things that bring you joy.
These sound like these are like relaxation ideas. In other words, doing this can relax you and calm you down, but does it ultimately make you a better decision maker?
Absolutely. So if you were flustered and angry and upset and resentful and sad and fearful, and you're trying to give a great advice to your client, would you be giving the best advice to a client? Probably not. However, if you're relaxed and more settled and more balanced and centered in your power, you can make a better decision for your client.
It's funny that oftentimes I'll tell people that the benefit of working with an advisor, people say, why should I work with you? I have to pay you more, right? I got to pay more to handle things. And I say that's true, but you have an outside person who's, I'm not emotionally involved, right? I don't feel your debt in the bank. I look at it from a professional standpoint, and I run the numbers and I help you to make a decision. And I think that's a real value added by having someone on the outside who can help you to do that. But ideally, I think that each person should be able to manage him or herself, his or her own emotions, in order to make decisions that should be simple and shouldn't be fraught with emotion. And I guess that's where you're helping them calm down, yeah?
Absolutely. So like you, I become a neutral party, and you have tremendous amount of expertise that you bring to the table, and so do I, because I've dealt with thousands of people that have similar situations. And I work my left brain and my right brain, and most people are living in their left brain, which is the analytical side, and I help them balance and get them into the whole sphere of the brain. And the right side is the artistic side, it's the communication side, it's the place where creation starts. So I help them balance. Does that make sense?
Not only does it make sense, but the fact is I think it's very important. When I was talking to my producer about saying, hey, let's bring Tina onto the show, he said, what does she have to do with money? And I said, she has everything to do with money. But Tina, we're just about out of time, so in the last few seconds, just tell me, how can people follow your work and learn more about what you're doing?
Well, they can, first of all, meditation is key, so they can get a free meditation download by going to my website, and that's tinasacchi.com, Tina, S as in Sam, ACCHI.com. So it's tinasacchi.com. They can find out information about me and join my newsletter list and take a look at my website.
Okay, and what we'll do is we will put a link to that on the show notes at goldsteinongelt.com. Tina Sacchi, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Goldstein on Gelt Show with money maven Doug Goldstein. Doug's weekly radio show is heard around the world, but if you miss it, you can download the podcast at www.goldsteinongelt.com. The Goldstein on Gelt Show gives you up-to-date financial ideas so you can get on the path to financial freedom. If you'd like your questions answered on the air or off, send Doug an email to doug@profile-financial.com. It's your money for your future, so join Doug every week to build your wealth on the Goldstein on Gelt Show.